Someone says something unkind, a stranger cuts in line, a loved one pushes your buttons again, and before you even know it, you react. The words fly out, the face tightens, the energy shifts. This is how most of us live, caught in an endless loop of action and reaction. But the Buddha offered another way, a quieter, wiser path. He said, "A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by his silence." What if silence, observation, presence could become your greatest strength? Today, let us explore how to stop reacting and start observing through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. Non-reaction is not weakness. It is the power of awareness. It doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing. It means watching what arises without being swept away. In Buddhism, this quality is known as upekkha, equanimity, the calm strength of remaining centered even when storms swirl around you. Imagine a pond. When its surface is still, it reflects the sky perfectly. When agitated, the reflection disappears. Your mind is that pond. Non-reaction allows clarity. Reaction clouds everything. A monk once said, "Why should I let another's anger control my peace?" He chose silence, not because he was afraid, but because he was free. To stop reacting, we must first learn to observe. Just observe, without judging, without labeling, without rushing to fix or fight. When you observe without judgment, you create space, space between the trigger and your response, and in that space lives your freedom. The Buddha taught that the mind is like a mirror. It reflects everything, but it holds on to nothing. Can you become the mirror? Can you allow emotions to rise and fall without grasping or pushing them away? There's a story of a young student who shouted angrily at his master. The master said nothing, just looked at him with calm eyes. Later, the student broke down in tears, not because he was scolded, but because the silence held up a mirror. He saw himself clearly. That is the power of pure observation. It softens even the hardest hearts. So why do we react? Because of attachment, to being right, to being heard, to protecting our fragile sense of self. When something threatens that image, the ego panics and strikes. But Buddhist wisdom invites us to pause, to observe what's truly happening inside. Next time you feel a reaction rising, try this. 1. Pause. Don't speak yet. 2. Breathe. Feel the air entering and leaving. 3. Label, silently name it. Anger is here. Fear is here. 4. Observe. What does it feel like in the body? Where do you sense tension? You'll notice something miraculous. When you don't feed the emotion, it begins to fade. Like a fire without fuel, it dies down. You haven't repressed it, you've witnessed it. And in witnessing, you've transformed it. But observation alone is not enough. It must be infused with compassion. When you observe someone lashing out, remember, they too are caught in their own suffering. They too are reacting from pain. Compassion doesn't mean agreeing. It means choosing not to add more fire to the world. As the Buddha taught, hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal law. The moment you observe with compassion, you begin to heal, not just yourself, but everyone around you. So, how do we stop reacting and start observing? We pause. We breathe. We watch. We choose presence over impulse, stillness over drama. wisdom over ego. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to explain your truth to everyone. Sometimes the most powerful act is to simply remain silent and still and clear. This week, when tension arises, pause, feel your breath, and let the silence speak first, because peace does not come from changing the world. It comes from changing how we meet it. If this message brought you even a moment of stillness, consider subscribing. Let's walk this path of wisdom, one breath at a time.